What is up guys, Zanev Tech here. Today we're doing a review of the Anker 3-in-1 Mag Cube. So it does have a MagSafe charger on the front to charge your iPhone, a wireless charger on the back to charge your AirPods, and then a pull-out shelf to charge your Apple Watch. So this is a great little device that you can travel with, and since it's so compact, you can just toss it in your bag. However, the asking price for this thing is $150, so is it really worth that cost? Let's get right into the features and see what it's all about. Let's talk about the build quality of this thing. So it's made out of this rubberized plastic material, which is really high quality. I really like the material of it. The hinge on the top portion where the charger lays flat or comes up is really good. It seems like it's metal, so it seems like it will last quite a while. So I don't see having any feature issues with this charger based on the hinge. And the fact that the USB-C port on the back is also pretty sturdy. When I unplug and plug in the cable, it doesn't seem like it'll become loose over time. So that's also a great thing about this charger because you want it to last a long time. The back portion where the wireless charger is for the AirPods, it seems like that part is pretty sturdy as well. There's no moving parts, so there's nothing really to break there. And overall, like the heftiness to it, the fact that it weighs like a couple of iPhones, it really shows that this is a pretty sturdy device and that it will stay planted on your desk. However, there's one thing that I don't like about the build quality, and that is this module for the Apple Watch. So the issue with this thing is that it's extremely flimsy. It feels like it's more plasticky than the rest of the actual build. And it seems like over time, if you tug on it too much or place too much force downwards, you might make it loose. Maybe it won't break off, but it will become loose and it will seem like an issue down the road. The thing about that is I would be really careful with how you push it in, and then make sure that when you're traveling, it's not sticking outward, because one little bend and it will probably never retract again. I mean, it's pretty flimsy. I would give it that. So if they had a generation 2 of this charger, I would hope that they would include a more sturdy approach for the Apple Watch module. But other than that, the build quality is really good. I mean, it looks like a high quality product. It makes sense based on the price, and the fact that they sell it inside Apple stores now kind of shows that this is a premium product, and the fit and finish is absolutely amazing. So that is something that I really do like. The fact that this looks good anywhere I place it, whether it be on my desk, at work, or my nightstand, it looks really good and really modern. So if you're one of those people that wants like a minimalistic approach to a charger, you don't want one of those bulky chargers where the Apple Watch portion is always extended out, where it just seems huge, you can't really pack it anywhere, then this is the route to go if you want something more minimalistic. Let's talk about the charging capabilities of this thing. I mean, it is a charger overall. So the charging speed on the MagSafe charger is 15 watts. So that is a limitation of MagSafe, of course. You're not gonna get these ultra fast charging with this charger. But it has the latest and greatest MagSafe charger capabilities that is offered out there currently. So you do have that 15 watts. You have 5 watts for your AirPods on the back, which is pretty good for charging your AirPods. And then you have the latest and greatest charging module for your Apple Watch. So if you have an Apple Watch Ultra or Series 8 or any of the other watches that have fast charging, then you have the ability to use that charging speed with this charger. A lot of the other aftermarket accessories do not have that fast charging module for the Apple Watch, which is really lacking. Especially with new features like the sleep tracking, then you pretty much want to make sure that you have that fast charging module. That way you can charge your watch. For example, like I charge it when I'm in the shower, and when I get out, I pretty much have enough charge to last me through the day and then sleep with it. So I have that fast charging module on here for that reason. That way I can charge as quick as possible in the shortest amount of time. And that gets me through the day for me. So the fact that you have the latest and greatest charging on this device, it is absolutely great. The only downsides that I find with this thing is that it's a little way too compact. I mean, it's great that it's compact for traveling, but for sitting on a nightstand, for example, if that's the only purpose of this thing, I think that it needed a little bit more space. So when I place my iPhone on here, 14 Pro Max, there's 1 finger difference between the desk and the actual phone. And I feel like if Apple made a bigger iPhone over time, it would pretty much touch the desk and possibly not fit on this charger. So that's kind of strange that they made it this short in height. and it supports the 14 Pro Max, but I'm not sure it's gonna support future iPhones if they continue to get bigger over time. I mean, you don't have to buy a 14 Pro Max, you can buy a smaller phone, of course, but for those of us that like the bigger phones, that might be an issue over time, but that's not an issue now, so nothing to worry about when purchasing it now. The other thing I wanna mention is the Apple Watch section. So this section has an issue where if you have the Ultra watch, and your loop is big, like for example, I have the Apple Watch Ultra with the Ocean band, then I can't charge my watch on here with just the band slightly folded into the loop. I have to either place the watch flat or I have to really close in the loop. That way there's enough space between the desk and the charger for the Apple Watch section. So keep that in mind. If you have a smaller watch, you probably won't have this issue at all. But for those of us that have the bigger watches or the Apple Watch Ultra and your loop is bigger and you want to keep it with like a loop, closed loop when charging, that's kind of an issue, and that's something you want to keep in mind. Yeah, you can lay it flat, but that also risks the fact that you can bump your Apple Watch a little bit and then it can stop charging. So there is drawbacks to that, of course, as well. And the overall issue with charging is the fact that since it's so compact, I have the issue where I place my phone, my AirPods with my Kadabe case are a little bit wider than the actual device. And then with the Apple Watch Ultra not fitting perfectly, I have an issue of it being way too small. I really wish the AirPods section was elongated a little bit and wider to make sure that it works with any case that you have on your AirPods. The Apple Watch section, the iPhone section was a bit taller. And then the fact that the Apple Watch charging station is also higher as well. So that would have been best if they did that with this charger, but that could probably happen in the Gen 2 of this specific one. Other than that, it's a great charger. It has the latest and greatest charging functionalities, and that's all I need, honestly, to charge all of my 3 Apple devices. So that is great on them. Great charger Anker for this one. One of the best things about this product compared to other chargers, like my favorite other charger, the MagSafe Duo from Apple, is the fact that this includes everything in the box to get going immediately when you buy it. It has the USB-C cable, it has the USB-C charging block, and you don't have to look around and find an additional block, wonder if you have one at home. The MagSafe Duo comes only with one cable and you have to find your own block. You have to make sure that the one you're buying, if it's not Apple, has enough wattage to charge both of your devices on that charger. None of that goes on here. Here you have everything you need from the box and you are good to go. And maybe that $150 asking point is the reason why it's that high, because everything's included. You don't have to worry about anything else. But I did want to point out that because a lot of people that buy the MagSafe Duo that are unaware, haven't watched any videos, probably don't know that they need that actual additional USB-C block. Maybe they told them in the Apple store when they were buying one, but if they just bought one online, they're gonna be disappointed that it's not ready to charge outside the box. So the fact that this includes everything is a big plus on the Anker side, and I'm glad they're thinking about the customer and not just saying that they're doing it, for example, for recycling purposes and not having additional blocks out there for people that don't need them. Because majority of people that are buying chargers like this might just want this because of the concept that it's a 3-in-1 and not even think about the fact that they may or may not have an extra charging block at home that it's going to be specifically enough wattage to charge all your devices. So having that specific charger here is really good to make sure that everything you have on this charger will charge with the fastest possible speeds and you not having to worry about buying the incorrect power block. So good job, Anker, good job on that. And I'm glad that I found a product that has everything you need just like that. I did want to also mention that the back part has a little light to let you know if there's power to the device, and then also when it's charging. It's pretty cool that they put it on the back because other chargers have it on the front or on the side, and it kind of bothers you at night when you're looking at your charger for whatever reason you wake up. So the fact that it's on the back, when it's close on my nightstand and I keep it to the back side of my nightstand, I can see the light reflecting on my wall and I can tell if it's charging or not. For some people that might be bothersome because they want it on the front to be sure that it's charging, but for me, I like that it's a little bit ambient when it's reflecting off my walls. But overall, that light doesn't really bother me. It's really, really low in brightness, so it's not something that should bother you at night at all. So it's great that they included that light in general. It's a great little device. I really like it. I mean, the fact that it's travel ready, that everything just closes all together, and the fact that it just looks as good as it does, I think it definitely justifies the $150 price point. Because of the design, because of the fast charging capabilities for all the devices. The drawbacks on it, yeah, they could have been better, but there's no perfect product out there. So for now, I think this is one of the best 3-in-1 chargers I've seen. And because it's from Anker, I mean, all the Anker stuff that I use is really great, and I've never had any issues with them. And they are my favorite third-party accessory company for all of my cables and stands and power banks. Everything is great from them, and that's why I wanted to check out this specific MagCube. But other than that, if you like this video, then definitely give me a thumbs up. If you haven't already subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel so that the sub count can go up and you'll never miss any of my other videos. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Zanev Tech is out.